is your classic metal show, you fucking cocksucking faggots.
Couple metal screams for you. You got Neely singing Gordon Lightfoot last week. Now you have us doing the Rob Halford shit.
Yeah, exactly. Neely's like, Carefree Highway.
Nice.
It'd be better days for you. I can do some Gordon Lightfoot.
There it is.
I know a little.
The funniest thing when you guys you played that one. I don't know if it was Gordon Lightfoot, but you played this one song, and it was the one that they were doing in the movie Superbad.
Okay.
When he gets locked in the room at the party, and he's like, "Oh, you made a promise, but you broke it." And the guy's getting all high. He's like sitting there, like he's crying. He's like, "You broke it."
And meanwhile, Neely's like, "And you broke it."
I'm telling you, he was not as bad as you think.
He was okay.
Are you kissing Neely's ass?
I'm not kissing Neely's ass. I'm giving him credit.
Come here, Steffi. I'll kiss your ass.
He's sitting right next to me.
I've done that already.
Well played, Steph.
I've already done that. Well, that was Anthony. That was Saxon that we just played, and that fucking song kicked ass. But that was Anthony Esposito that jumped in. He's I don't know if people figured it out, but he's pretty much a friend of the show.
A little bit.
Anthony and I text back and forth a lot, and he's a really cool fucking guy. And he's been in a lot of bands, you know. He was in Lynch Mob, and he was in Ace Frehley's band, and now he's in RDC, and it's like, cool.
He's not a fan of Ace.
No, he fucking hates Ace.
What was that guy that you interviewed? The G. Gordon guy?
Gordon Gephardt or something?
Yeah.
The guy that wrote the book on why Ace was a douche?
Yeah, I got that book, and it's like a total troll, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of it's true.
Did you not get that book from me?
You did get... Yeah, I did get it from you. I wanted to ask him about Ace and be like...
Why didn't you jump in?
Well, because he's here to talk about RDC. He's not
So
here to talk
what?
about Ace.
Dude, Anthony is like a total fucking friend of the show. He'll talk about anything.
Yeah, but I don't know him, and you were in the middle of a good interview, so I didn't want to like interrupt and ask something stupid.
Right.
Is Ace really a fucking dick? You know?
Why not? That's a great question.
Well, don't forget that when we were interviewed...
I'm looking at Steph, by the way, and she's like, oh, I'm so fucking bored. I'm so fucking bored.
I'm reading all these comments about how loud John's voice was in the mics, and I just have to apologize.
Well, John likes to get excited.
Welcome to my life.
Excitable!
Aren't we supposed to do it in our 80s metal voice?
Excitable! Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have said a word.
But, yeah, I mean...
Did you say something, Steph? What?
You know, yeah. You know I don't jump in on interviews, man.
I know.
Remember we interviewed Petrucci, and I had that one question about their producer, David Prater, from Images and Words being a cocksucker, and I waited until we were done recording so I could ask him off the record, because I didn't want to throw something stupid into a good interview.
That was a good interview, though. That was one of those that...
Yeah.
It's so funny. You know, for people that don't know, and we've never talked about this on the show, I hate Dream Theater. I'm just not a fan.
I don't think you hate them.
I don't hate them. I mean, they're nice enough cats. And I've interviewed Petrucci, and I've interviewed Portnoy, and I've interviewed Labrie.
Nicest guys ever.
They're very nice guys. So I guess it's fair to say I don't hate them, but I really don't do... Hey, a call. Oh, look at this. It's Wendell
Neely.
Neely.
Wow. Let me answer.
I'll get it, because it won't go through on yours.
Hail and kill caller. You're on the air.
You know what? I don't give a shit what you guys are talking about tonight. Where is Chris at?
I'm right here, my friend.
Listen, I have one question.
I'm going to put somebody on the phone right now that you're not going to believe is going to be on the phone with you.
All right,
Okay.
I'm holding my dick, and I'm ready.
All right. Chris, I'm not even going to tell you who this is, but
Okay.
I'm going to put him on the air.
Okay, cool.
All right, here it is.
All right.
Hello,
Hello?
Chris.
Hello?
Chris Aiken, John Astronomy here.
Oh, my God! John Ostronomy!
Astronomy. Nice.
Hey, I want to tell you, so I saw a guy yesterday with a Classic Metal Show T-shirt at this festival, and I go to Mark. I said, Mark, did you ever tell Chris that I used to freaking like listen back to you guys and laugh like with you at us, and especially me, thinking it was fucking the funniest thing I've ever heard. And I just told Neely just now, my girlfriend has that the picture that some fan did. It was like Twilight with me and Axl Rose, and like she freaking like texts that to me like every day, like and says, "You fucking idiot!" Like it was just like the funniest thing like about me. And so little did you guys know that I was a fan of your stuff about Talking Metal. So I swear to God, it was freaking great. You guys are funny, and I am so glad to talk to you on the phone tonight.
Very cool, man. Well, dude, I have to ask the question because
okay.
Mark went out of his way to end the feud, and we had an ugly feud, and I will make no bones about it. We had a very ugly feud, and let's just be honest, it was me that was mad because you guys took me off of fucking 92 or CBS.
There you go.
But that being said, it was definitely difficult for me to make nice, but I wanted to make nice because I didn't want to be mad anymore. And Mark always said to me, both in emails and in like when we would have him on the show for various things, he would always say to me, well, I don't know how John feels about this. So I'm going to open the door to you to say how you feel about this.
Well, the funny thing is we never said anything negative or even anything just about the Classic Metal Show on our show. So, I'll tell you the truth. There were times where I probably was a little bummed out that, like, there was just anybody that, thought we were jerks or not cool. But then what happened was, like, some of the stuff was just actually pretty funny. Like, you guys were good at what you were doing.
Right.
So, right now, like, I don't even have any, since it's just been a while, it's been so long, I actually don't even have any negative vibes that like, are, like, bugging me or pissing me off or anything. It's more like I swear to God, I'm not even just making this up. I think the stuff was funny. Like, even a friend of mine, bodyguard of Ace, said, "Oh yeah, there's this thing in there." He saw something on YouTube or something, and he played it for me, and I said, that was like a long time ago. That's like not even, it didn't,
right.
It didn't bring up any kind of negative vibes or anything, and so, I'm actually happy that I'm, on with you because, I was kind of jealous that Mark actually had a chance to become, friends with you. And
sure.
I'm glad that I'm, having a chance to get on and hang too.
Absolutely. So, well, and
I swear to God, I'm not even just making it up. Like, I have like zero negative energy related to that. And I can't even remember when I may have,
sure.
Like I said, it was like so long ago, but till this day, like, I'm not even kidding you. Till this day, like, every once in a while I get a text and it's that Twilight picture with me and, like, I think Axl Rose is in it or something. And I just freaking think that is funny. Whoever made that, like, I think was fucking funny. Like I said, till this,
sure.
I swear to God, it's a really freaking cool, funny thing. But some of the stuff that you guys were doing, like, I agreed. When I listened to stuff back, I'd be like, how stupid is that we were saying that, or how dumb did that sound? My favorite thing that I still say all the time is, I go, John O drunk of me. Like, I just think that was hilarious. Like, and it was like, I swear to God, I became a fan of the skits. Like, but I could never say, like, oh yeah, I'm a fan of it, because at the time we were kind of just like, we're not going to mention it or say anything about it. But it was like I was like a closet fan of the stuff that was against us, but almost like looking on as not, like from beyond. So,
sure.
So that's that.
No doubt, dude. And it's such a weird thing because, and my co-host John here will tell you, I'm a mean motherfucker. And I make no bones. I make no bones about it. I am an angry son of a bitch a lot of the time. And when I got fired from CBS because you guys filed the complaint, I was pissed.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the details of exactly what that whole thing was about. But
hold on, dude. I'm gonna cut you off right here. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you exactly how it went down. So, you guys put out something on your website that said, hey, email. Yeah, we were just playfully kind of goofing on you guys. And you guys put out something on your site. You're like, hey, send us an email that says blah, 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 blah. You know, what you think of the show or something. I mean, you guys were just doing your shit. And as a bit.
I don't even remember. This is funny. Like, tell me.
I remember because I lost fucking $5,000 a year on my show.
Oh, no.
But you guys put it out there to say, hey, just send us an opinion of what you think of the show or something to that effect on the email. And I, as a bit on the show, we did that. And I was like, you guys fucking suck or whatever. Whatever I said. I don't even remember. Well, I get this call from my station manager at 92.3 in Cleveland.
Kim? Was it Kim?
No, it was Nard.
Oh, Nard. Okay.
It was Nard. And he goes, you guys, I just have to tell you that you guys are being let go of your contracts from CBS. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, there was an HR complaint from John Ostronomy.
But they actually said it was from me.
They said it was from you, that you filed an HR complaint, and they read me back my own stupid email. And look, I'm not dodging anything. My email was heinous as fuck. It was definitely me being a dick. And it was like, okay, well, whatever, and in my world, it was like, well, I still have the classic metal show, and I'm angry and whatever. And again, I'm not trying to dig up old news or whatever. I'm really not, dude, because I like Mark a lot. I mean, I've only interacted with Mark so far, and Mark and and I'm sure Mark has probably told you that, I've been very cool with Mark. Mark's been very cool with me.
Without question.
When I did the Podcaster Summit, the first guy I reached out to was Mark, because I don't want this war anymore. And wow, now you're on the phone. This is like, wow.
Well, here's the funny thing. Like, I remember back to when this all happened, and I remember that from listening to your show that happened with losing the CBS thing, and that was never anybody's intention for something like that to happen. So
sure,
yeah, I mean, I think that was too bad that happened, and literally, I don't have any power to make anything like that happen.
Well, sure,
and I did not even do that. So, however that transpired was like a separate thing, and I don't even think you said anything negative about me really in that. Back at that in an email, I can't remember what the email
I probably
was
did. Let's be honest. I'll be honest, dude. I probably did.
I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. For some reason, now that I'm thinking about the email, I don't even think it. I thought it. If I recall, I thought it was less. I thought it was more negative against Mark and not me. But because I do remember that whole time period, and but. I bet if you look it up, I don't think you really even said anything about me. But maybe you did, but who knows? I don't recall that, but I remember thinking to myself, and even sharing with Mark that that was no one ever was hoping something like that would ever happen.
Well, sure.
That's kind of too bad that
you know what, dude? I'll tell you the truth. It is and it isn't. Because in one breath, yeah, it gave me a target, but in the other breath, I hated commercial radio at the time. With the way it was going and changing, and you couldn't say anything, it was like, fuck this. When I got fired, I was not terribly upset.
Wait, say that again. I'm so sorry, Chris.
No, it's all good. No, when I did get fired, I was not terribly upset because commercial radio was changing so badly that I just didn't want to be there anyway.
Well, I'm glad that the Classic Metal Show is staying strong, and I'm glad you're back. Didn't you kind of took off from it for a little while?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a wife that didn't like me being on the radio, so I played that game, and then she left anyway. So
Well, I'm glad. Hey, if it got you back on the radio, that was a good thing. And I mean, I'm I don't know the circumstances, but I'm glad you're back on the radio. And like I said, I kind of was always like a little jealous that you and Mark were like texting back and forth and this and that, or Facebook or whatever it was. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that I just happened to. Well, yes, like I said, yesterday I spotted a Classic Metal Show T-shirt. And I mentioned you guys to Mark, and then today I saw Neely, and I was like somehow standing like a foot away from Neely, and I go, Mark, oh my God, it's Neely. And I actually said hi to Neely before I even said, told Mark Neely was right here.
Right.
And so I think it's cool, and I appreciate you putting me on, and Neely putting me on, and I hope that was cool that we just burst in and
No,
like
it's
this. But,
dude, it's fine with me. I'm it's not like I'm like super organized here, so dude, why don't we do this? And I'm gonna put the offer out to you because I know you're out there at M3 and you're busy and whatnot. Why don't when you get into a stationary area where you have a little time, you get with Mark, get my email address, email me, and we'll arrange something where you're not out working, and we'll do something for real on the show.
That would be great. I would love to, and I'm that would be a very, very cool thing for us to do something together, and I'm pretty psyched that
let me offer this. Why don't how about this? Let's do something that we're not supposed to do. Let's get me, you, Mark, and Neely on the some sort of a recording, a Skype or whatever at the same time.
Yeah.
And we, instead of playing this bullshit about, well, let's fix things and let's apologize. Fuck that shit.
Right.
Let's get all four of us on the show and just do a round robin talking about music for 2 hours on a Wednesday or something, and fuck all of our fans up.
I think, that would be freaking great. Yeah. I'm definitely in. And just to the Classic Metal Show fans, especially the dude with the Twilight thing, those things are freaking great. I want to say I laughed tons of stuff, like John Ostronomy. Half of this stuff I would listen to and I'd kind of forget that it was about me, and I was just like laughing with it. And you guys probably never do that. And we sort of had a little policy that we just weren't going to comment on it.
Sure.
And but the thing is that part of me was like wishing like I could say, hey, that was pretty freaking funny. And so anyway, Chris, it's really I think it's great to talk to you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks to your co-host who's in the background there.
Yeah, his name's Phil.
Yeah, right.
Who is it? Who is it? I didn't hear who was co-hosting with you.
His name is Phil.
Shut up, you fucker.
Oh, Phil.
No, Mark Astronomy. My name is John, man. It's pretty cool.
That's what I thought somebody said John.
Yeah. Apparently, Bob Nalbandian thinks my name is Matt, but we'll talk about that later.
When I hear the word "still," all I can think is do you know what I'm talking about? We used to call it the red tape, but some people call it the tube bar tapes.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like when he goes, "Phil is off today." Phil is, no, not that. He's like,
I'm filling in for Phil.
Like, what's that?
I'm filling in for Phil.
Oh, good. I like that. Yeah, Phil is off today.
Phil's off today. I'm
thank you,
John.
Chris,
Welcome to the
you.
Classic Metal Show.
I stole Neely's phone. I ran away. No, I'm probably like, what is going on? Neely was nice enough. I'll give you a little metal news here. Neely was nice enough to bring us into Don Dawkins' dressing room. We had a chance to say hello to him, so that was very cool.
Cool.
And, it's a pretty cool festival. I know you guys have been to a million of these. The only thing that's a bummer is that, like, let's say you're doing an interview with someone, you might miss a different band that you wanted to see. So, like, at one point you want to be there talking to whoever you're talking to, but then on the other hand, you're like, damn, I'm missing a band. So, like, today, like, we had a bunch of great interviews, but the thing that bummed me out is that I missed the performance by Vane, and I always really like that band, and so I didn't see him. I had a chance to say hi to Davey Vane, and nobody knows. Like, people kind of forgot about Talking Metal, and I just was like, hey, I don't even think I said I believe it or not, I don't even think I mentioned Talking Metal. I just said, hey, man, I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I had no respect like when it came out, and
right.
And, I happened to see him when he was with Steven Adler in the band. I think it was called Road
Crew. Yeah, Road Crew.
Yeah, Road Crew.
Road Crew. Yeah, so that was a cool thing, and he was really, really a cool dude, and so that was kind of like one of my highlights. And then we had a really cool interview with Autograph. I did an interview with a couple of guys from Dangerous Toys, and then the last one that I did was with Jack Russell and Robbie as guitar player, and that was really cool. We kind of split it up because, like, Mark's wife Emily did some interviews, our buddy Ian did some interviews.
Sure.
And believe it or not, this is and I'm sorry, I'll get off the air.
No, it's all good.
Second, but this was the first time that I did an interview with someone in, I can't even tell you how long. It might have been like 5 years or more. I didn't even realize there was an 18-month period where I wasn't even like on Talking Metal as like in a host segment. Like, and I got to give Mark credit, like to, he never stopped, working really, really hard on this. And I always loved Talking Metal, and I used to work really hard on it. And
sure.
Then when I started to do all the A stuff, I just, there was no way I could continue at the same level. So, I want to give credit to Mark for doing all that. But so this was like this was a great day. It was my first time back doing these interviews. And then we run into Neely. I talked to you,
right,
John here, and I get to tell you that I actually thought you guys were funny.
It's awesome.
And so I appreciate it. So thanks, guys, for putting me on.
Sure, man.
I appreciate it. And Chris, I think it was a really great idea that you had about us four doing something together. And like you said, that might tick off some fans, like, on either side. I don't think. I hope it doesn't. I hope that I think the Talking Metal fans should be fine.
Yeah, the Talking Metal fans will be fine, dude. But the CMS fans, not so much. But whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
I hope the CMS fans are, in an accepting mood. Because
let me just.
The chat room is going crazy right now. Chris wants to blow this guy. Chris wants to cup his nuts. There's a lot of teabagging going on. I think the CMS fans are not happy that you guys are, doing the manly thing and making nice.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm going to give him the market and say, yeah, no, I know the CMS. That's what I say. I hope the CMS fans are okay with it.
Let me just be honest with you, John.
Yeah, no, what's that?
Let me just be honest with you.
Yeah, they're not into it.
The second that Mark and I did the live broadcast,
yep.
That was 2 years ago. And at least once a week, I get an email about, you're a fucking faggot sellout because it's like, okay. And even Mark texts me every once in a while, and he'll throw me just like a screenshot that's like, you guys as fans said, why would you be nice to this cocksucker?
Well, I'm expecting that you guys are going to get a lot of hate mail over this, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
Look!
Anyway.
It's not 2006 anymore, and I'm serious about my offer. Get with Mark. Get with Mark, and let's do something together, and let's end this shit.
Absolutely, it sounds great. I'm going to put him on. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, here he is.
All right,
Chris.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Who's this?
This is Mark Strigl. What's going on?
Oh, no shit. What's up?
There we go. We got the other guy. All right.
He did just say that.
All right. Well, I didn't know who I was talking to.
We thought Neely was coming back on.
Yeah. What's up, man? How are you?
I knew.
I'm good, man. And, it's great to connect with Neely out here. We've been talking just about the shows, about Dokken, about hard rock and heavy metal. And, great night here at M3. You guys got to get out here.
Yeah, no kid. Well, unfortunately, I have to conserve my money because I'm flying my girlfriend in. So,
uh-oh.
What did you just call her?
All right, enough. Stop it.
We've got breaking news.
Breaking news.
Stop.
First, you bury the hatchet with
Stop.
Ostronomy, and second,
I'm
say you have a
trying
girlfriend.
to talk to Mark Strigl here.
I am so excited to download the episode with John Ostronomy. I mean, what what just went on?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I told him, and I really want this to happen. And I mean, you obviously have my email, and you can share it with John, or me and you can make it happen, or whatever. I would really like to do me, you, Mark, and Neely on like a Skype thing on a Wednesday or whatever day works for everybody. Record up maybe like a 2 hour just talk about metal, and we can end it. We can end the nonsense forever by just doing something together, and we can both put it out, and we can be done with this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like, I'm glad John spoke with you. I have no idea what you guys were talking about, but it's like, I feel like I made peace with you a while ago at this point, and I was just telling Neely, I was raving about your second book. We were talking about some of the stories in that.
Oh, thanks.
And, it's like, I'm glad John has finally spoken with you, and if he's down with that, I'm ready to go. Whenever.
Well, he said yes, and I mean, you and him talk, me and Neely talk, but we'll make it work. And I can only speak for me. I think the best way to do this would, I don't want to do the apology tour. Fuck that. That's fucking gay as fuck.
But whatever happened.
Yeah, I mean, we did what we did. You guys did, we did, whatever. But I would very much like to just, do something that we both put out on our shows, and we move fucking forward. And I mean, and this for me, dude, I've been very supportive since me and you made our shit work.
Oh, dude, when you like an Anthrax photo on my fucking Facebook, I honestly, I tell my wife, I'm like, holy shit, Chris Aiken liked a photo on my Facebook page. I mean, it's a big deal. Honestly, I love it. I love it. So I'm down with or without John. Let's do it.
Well, no, not with or without.
Got to do all four.
It's got to be all four guys, because otherwise, and it doesn't have to be next week. Whenever it works for all four of us, that's what I want to do, because it doesn't make sense to dance around the bullet. We all four need to get together, do 2 hours just talking about metal. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be what we do, talking about pussy or whatever. It just needs to be, it needs to be us four saying, okay, whatever was in the past is in the past, and now we're talking about the new Anthrax tour with Killswitch or whatever the fuck it is.
Right. Let's do it. I'm down. I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm gonna
book. I never really reached out to you about the second book. Chris. Neely needs his phone back. So,
tell Neely too bad. Wait,
hold on a second.
Wait a minute. Tell Neely too fucking bad. You're about to say something good about my book.
Yeah, no, I'm being told Neely needs his phone back. But
tell Neely to fuck off.
The second book, dude, I emotionally draining read for me. Like, I really truly enjoyed it. I had no idea what went on with you, and I just really truly enjoyed it. I liked the first book, but the second book really freaking emotionally hit me, and it's a great read. If any of your listeners haven't heard it, or read it, they need to read it now. I mean, it's a really good read, and congratulations on that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, seriously, good read.
Awesome.